And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready? 50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming for you, Mike.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
58, boys, 58.
Now Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what. Whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Winston. He's going to loft one deep, and this is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad Perriman His 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
45 to Mike. 45.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Taken from just outside the 30. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
43 to Mike. Let's get the ball.
Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike. I know. Flip it. Switch. 5-0. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Ready. Blue ready. 58 to Mike. Wild Bill. Green, triple T. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Coming!
Jameis now on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now Murray. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. Ready? Black, what it do? Man out. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Winston now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready? Blue 80. 57 to Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brave. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Hey, alert three. 6 guys. Check 6 hot.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Ready, blue ready. 58 to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Flip it. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. To throw on 3rd down, Murray able to find Isabella. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
That he's into the clear. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to lay one up deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 79 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Check, 43. Let's get some penetration. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. Going deep for his tight end play. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. Third down here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half, was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 54 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Set up.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray, dancing to his left. Open man completes it to Butler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Watch the run. Under 10.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Echo, echo. 52. Crunch time, defense. 52 is the Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. s1w10 charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready? You ready? Wait. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Green, triple C. Watch the shit. Let's go.
Again, it's Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get that.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, it's Jones. 20! And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 46 yards, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Cardinals on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54. 54 Mike. Oh, yes, punt. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Ready.
From the gun, Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now Murray again. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Murray with a 3rd and long. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
It's going to be a long It's going to be a long day. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Able to find Isabella. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's our time. Zoom. 25. Check 25. Mike 5-4. Here we go.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, Phil.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Carlton Davis picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Past the 20. And a cut, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he is caught. It's Perriman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Green, triple team. Slam.
On first down, Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Brandon Williams, the big tackle, gets him down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll go again to Jones. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. Back 25 behind. Watch tight end. 4 down. Alert. He's checking. Crash.
Here's Winston. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be fielded at the 8. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Murray. And he comes back with one complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen down.